Let's talk about prohibited driving, because I think a lot of people believe that they can get away with prohibited driving. And I'm here to tell you, you probably aren't going to. In the lower mainland of British Columbia, there is an entire team of police officers tasked with one job only, finding prohibited drivers and pulling them over and charging them with driving while prohibited. That's their entire job. That is their raison d'etre. You do not want to drive while prohibited, only for a police officer from this team to locate you. And to make matters worse, it's pretty easy for police to identify prohibited drivers because most police vehicles are equipped with something known as automatic license plate readers. They scan license plates, and there is a database that ICBC provides the police that's downloaded into those every single day with an up-to-date list of who's prohibited from driving. So if it scans your plate and your plate is associated to a prohibited driver, whether it's yourself, whether it's somebody else who's driven your vehicle and been stopped in the vehicle before, whether it's a listed driver on the vehicle, if the vehicle is associated to a prohibited driver in some way, then the police might stop you to check that you actually have a valid license, which, by the way, they can do so long as they're seeing you in motion on the roadway. And the consequences for prohibited driving are significant. On a first offense, you are automatically going to lose your license for 1 year. 1 year. Usually most people who are driving while prohibited are driving because they got like a 3-month driving prohibition. Who wants to turn a 3-month driving prohibition into a 12-month driving prohibition? Nobody. So don't drive while prohibited. You'll get caught, you'll get a 1-year driving prohibition, and even more, the cases are ridiculously easy for the prosecutors to prove. They only have to prove 3 things. Number 1, that you were prohibited. Number 2, you knew you were prohibited. And number 3, that you drove. And for number 1 and number 2, they can do that without even having an admission from you. Although, in my experience, a lot of people like to tell the police that they're prohibited drivers immediately upon being pulled over, which you shouldn't do. But that admission isn't even necessary, because all they have to prove both that you were prohibited and that you knew you were prohibited is a document from the superintendent of motor vehicles that gets sent to the police officer, that gets filed in court, that is proof that you were prohibited, knew that you were prohibited, provided it states certain things. And so they just have this form that they fill out and they send in, and that's an evidentiary shortcut that presumes that you are guilty of those first 2 elements. And then it's really easy to prove that you drove. The officer who pulled you over and charged you with driving while prohibited comes to court and says, hey, there's the person I saw driving. And there you go. That's how easy it is for them to prove. Now, there are all sorts of very technical defenses, and I have argued a lot of these cases with the very technical defenses, but you don't want to be in a situation where you have to identify technical defenses, deeply dive into the nuances of the Motor Vehicle Act. That's not fun for you. Fun for me, not fun for you. Paying me to do it, not fun for you. So don't drive while prohibited. The consequences are not worth it. You will get caught, and it's easy for the Crown to prove you guilty.